Well, good morning and welcome to Lengro Saturday Morning Live. I am suffering this morning from what my daughter Honeybee and I call puffy face. I didn't wake up that long ago. I've spent the last 3 days, guys, filming for my new school, the Claire Petulengro School of Divination. Good morning, Jill. Guys, I'm going to have to put my glasses on top of my contact lenses if I can find them. There they are, just so I can say hello. Hello, Sonia Lewis. Nice to see some new faces and some familiar faces. Let me fill you in on what I've been doing. But first of all, guys, have a little bit of a read at the message that's scrolling along the bottom of the screen. Margaret Charlton, good morning to you. Oh, I'm puffy faced today, I tell you. All the doom and gloom. We don't want it, do we? The girls backstage don't want it. I have got my favorite wellness expert, who I'm so proud to call a resident member of Lengro, who is here to help you find the joy in life. So let's start as we mean to go on, please. And can you comment one positive thing about being in lockdown or about the change that we've had in life, please? Let's have a little look. I would also like to send the amazing Jan Bray all of our love from the whole Lengro team. She's not very well, guys, and she is having lots of tests in hospital. So do send her some love and send her a message on here. She can't speak very well, but I know that she will love to read your messages. Let's have a little look. Who else as well? Get well soon to Kirsty, who's tested positive for COVID-19. And Amanda, who's supposed to be with us today, is poorly as well. Leslie Anthony, I am protected by my gemstones tonight, I can tell you. Oh, today. Why do I think it's tonight? Let me tell you why. And we will be doing readings in the show today, guys, don't you worry. And telling you the astrological lineup. Rich just stepped outside to check the car. It's -2 here, Jill Manley, okay? And it's 108 degrees in Oz. So I'm going to bring a little bit of sunshine into our lives right now. Good morning or good evening to you in Oz. How are you doing?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very
My hair's blowing everywhere. I had to bring a fan into the room. Good morning, everybody.
I have radiators and you have fans on, guys. She is in Australia and it is 9 o'clock.
Crazy, isn't it? How everything's so backwards.
Oh my goodness. Indeed, the triple conjunction, we're coming on to that, Leslie, as well. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. Let's have a little look. Look at that one. Jill Manley. My big positive.
Positive that I've trained in the profession. Well done, Jill. That's fantastic. Congratulations. Jill, what profession is it?
And what star sign are you as well, Jill? That's what I want to know. You got a hello from the Leslie as well there as well. Look, let's have a look at that. Let's bring on some.
How are you?
I need to bring on, and you know I like a link, your twin flame in writing. There she is.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Jax. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Let's have a little look. I'm just playing.
Jill's trained to be a celebrant. That's a bit exciting.
That is, and
that's like our lovely Amanda.
It is indeed, and we are sending love to Amanda as well. So Jill Manley, you are a Taurian. Of course, Taurians are ruled by Venus, the planet of love, and so you need to be in a profession you love doing, and clearly healing and helping others is that indeed. So let me ask you ladies a question before we bring the rest of the team on, and then I'm going to take you off to do some quick readings. How are you doing in lockdown, you two? Well, Em, you're not. What about you?
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I'm doing okay. It is what it is. I am going a little bit stir crazy, but yesterday I got into a real decluttering mood and I started decluttering my bedroom, and now I'm on a mission to declutter the whole house. It's taken me a while because I've been thinking about doing it, but not doing it. But yesterday I thought, nope, I'm going to get stuck in. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend.
Absolutely lovely. And of course, Em, you have
decluttering is the best thing for lockdown. Yeah, I did a lot of that.
And for some people,
it's funny because you guys are in lockdown now, whereas when I was in lockdown, you guys weren't in lockdown.
Yeah.
And when it was cold here, it was hot over there. So just remember, people, everything will go in its cycle, and I'm sure you'll be out of this situation really, really soon. Stay home and stay safe.
Oh, thank you so much, Em. Now, let me just, good morning to everybody. So before we go on to some readings, and if you would like a reading today, one of the subjects we're talking about is twin flames. Have you ever had a twin flame? Do you believe in them? And what kind of twin flame did you have? Because I know that these, I've got to point the right way now. These two ladies here have a twin flame relationship with working. I've actually never asked you two this question. How did you form this twin flame relationship with your writing?
Well, it first of all started out as friends, didn't it, Em? We've got such a connection, even though we've never actually met each other, just from speaking to each other every single day. We've got this connection, and we both love writing about the same sort of things. I mean, the magazine, obviously, we're writing about all different topics, but we love fiction writing. So we thought, why not get together? And it's never sort of, well, not that I've heard of, been done before in magazines where two writers are writing together. So we thought we'd give it a go, and we love it.
You absolutely love it. I'm just going to see if I can bring a picture up now of some of your amazing writing and work that you do. But hold on. So first of all, a friend of mine sent me a picture of how she's doing in lockdown. Let's take a look at this. Look. Here's Debbie. 41 years old, guys. She has been homeschooling her kids for 4 hours. Be careful out there. I do like a head. Sorry, I was looking for the right one there. So here's your glorious column, and the story that you did as well, and the 2-part story, absolutely incredible about the Australian fires and things. And what I love about both of your stories is it's a great escapism from what's going on at the moment. And so, guys, if you haven't had a chance, then please do check out. We're going to come onto that one in a moment.
And what's good about Twin Flames is what we're doing is micro stories. So you can read it on your phone, you know, it takes just a few minutes. So you've got, you know, you're not there having to read a great big long story, and you can fit it in your coffee break or whatever. So that's what we wanted to, that was the idea behind it.
Absolutely love that.
And there's something nice, short and sweet that whilst you're waiting for somebody to come out of the shops or something in the car.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And don't forget, guys, we have 21 amazing contributors writing now for Lengro full time. And so you can read Lengro at lengro.co.uk. But better than that, from now on, you can fill in a form when you read Lengro, and we can email it directly to your email. So you never have to search for it again. Right. I better do some reading, ladies. So could you just go off now and get ready for leading ladies, please? Lovely. Thank you. Right, we'll see you in a moment. There we go. Let me give myself a little brand. I'm going to ask you a question, actually. Let's have a little look. There we go. There. I love that. Okay, so bear with me a second. I'm going to be looking at your messages. Let's just give myself a nice, colourful banner there today. How do we like that? There we go. Do you need a reading, guys? Shall I get my trusty cards out? I think with the combination today of the amazing, uplifting leading ladies, and of course Sam's backstage too, probably texting Chris Evans, to be honest, and of course Sherry is here, our favorite wellness expert, with tips to keep you going and keep your eyes facing where they should. Sonia Lewis, let's go for you. Let's have a little look. And I am page hopping today, guys. I'm going to be in the members club pretty soon after this live show to answer anything that you want to ask me about yourself, your chart, about the future. And then I'm going to be guest hosting for Derek Akora. And then I'm having the afternoon and the evening off. Let's have a little look. There we go. Lots of messages coming up there. And I think we'll talk to the gang as well about twin flames. I think they know somebody famous. They've got a twin flame question to ask about. Let's have a little look. Okay, so the strength card, Sonia Lewis, that I've drawn for you. Now, can we see the strength card there? On the Claire Petulengro Romany Gypsy Tarot cards, which you can buy on my website, guys. I've chosen my daughter Honeybee for the strength card. What does it mean for you, Sonia, or for any of you out there that will draw the strength card from your tarot card packs? Well, the strength card means, Sonia, that you are indeed a woman of strength, courage, and determination. You can see that there's trust in this card. So you do trust your loved ones. However, there is that caution as if you're from two different planets or two different species at the moment. This card tells me, Sonia, that you're stronger than you know. So stick in there. But it also represents hidden talents that you've got that you're not using. What can you do, Sonia, to ensure that you're helping others that will be grateful for it during this strange time? I think it's time for Sonia to step outside of her comfort zone. We're going to do another reading and then we're going to go back to the ladies. We've got lots to talk about here indeed. So that's you, Sonia Lewis, and you're a Cancerian. Cancerians at the moment are feeling very vulnerable. The sun is in Capricorn. So in Capricorn season, you've got your guard up, all of you Cancerians out there. You're worrying about finances, but in fact, the Strength card does suit all Cancerians at the moment. Why? Because you've got hidden strength that you don't realize. That outer shell is there to protect you. Anything that's thrown at you will bounce off. So if you're a Cancerian, then please stay positive. Lots and lots of comments coming up about twin flames as well. But tell us what brings you joy as well. I know that Sherry will be watching and noting down your comments to come back to you personally. Margaret Charlton, you would like a reading. You're a regular follower on our page and we do love your support. Let's have a little look. Don't forget to like, follow and share. And I've still got my blue lace agate on today. I can't seem to take it off. What's your favorite gemstone at the moment? Because I know that our camera shy Leslie Anthony will be telling you what she recommends in the comments as well. Okay, so I have drawn the Fool card for you. Okay, I'll draw it that way. The Fool card, as you can see, and I've got the normal size pack here that you guys will have. Fool card begins the pack. He begins the journey of the tarot. And it shows that your experiences that you've had in life, Margaret, have taught you well, but perhaps you're not using them at the moment. Did you know that every major arcana card, 0 to 21, has a herb that belongs on it? For this, the Fool card, it's ginseng, and it relates to the fact that you need to stimulate your mind and your imagination. So I know that you like art, Margaret. Can I suggest maybe you stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying a different style of art? If you don't know, Margaret sends me messages all the time with her artwork that she does every day, and it's absolutely incredible. I even have one in my office. So Margaret, keep exploring all that you do, please. Really do. Okay, so let me take... Do you know what I did, guys? I'm going to tell you. 2 days ago, I started... Let's have a little look. Selenite. We're going to come back to those. Take these banners off. I started recording the videos for my school, which is open this month, the Claire Lengro School of Divination. And so I had to record the videos, the tutorial videos that went with it. I'm just trying to take this off. Hold on. And when I recorded the tutorial videos, I had some other glasses on. And when I had some other glasses on, I did 3 hours of videos. And afterwards it came back and they all said, no, we can see the reflection in your glasses. And this course is going to stay up for years with live lessons coming in as well. So yesterday I had to get up and I had to record all the videos again. It's longer than a Hollywood feature film, I tell you. And if ever someone says you can't get bored of your own voice, they are lying. So I'm going to give my voice a rest now. And let's just bring on somebody. Let's have a look. There's my Sherry. Sherry.
Hello.
Now we're going to go into
everyone.
we're going to go into leading ladies next. So I thought I'd let you say hello to everyone and also to tell us what we're talking about today with you.
Yeah. So what we're talking about today is joy. Claire's already touched on it. What's been a good thing about lockdown? But also there's a lot of doom and gloom out there in the media. So I want to focus and say, what brings you joy? What makes you happy? What are you going to do when lockdown's over? Just start thinking about that and start shifting your mindset.
Lovely. Jill Manley likes selenite. Really good. I use selenite towers for when I'm writing. Great stress reliever. Great for creative things as well. Don't forget, Leslie is on here as well. We're coming at you from all sides today to make sure we can answer your questions and get you approaching this lockdown, if you are in lockdown, with a positive mental attitude. Sherry, what's your feeling about the nation? What's the vibe you've been getting from your personal clients and from your work that you've been doing?
Interestingly, because it's our third one, you'd think I know everybody has adapted, but because it's our third one, you think people might be a little bit better with it. But actually, I found people sunk a little bit deeper this time, maybe because it's January, it's after Christmas, it's dark, it's cold. So I've noticed people are getting a little bit down. And what I've been saying to them, it's okay to have a couple of days to adjust. It's okay to have a couple of days not to feel okay, not to make any plans, not to decide to learn 8 new languages, etc. And then after those couple of days, get a routine. Just go to sleep at the same time every day, wake up the same time every morning, put on your nice clothes, make yourself look nice, go out and move. Human connection's important. So, you know, I know we can't see as much as we would like of each other, but it's really important to have those video calls, meet someone for a walk, check in on your neighbours. Let's come together as a community and check on each other and keep that human connection alive.
I think that's absolutely amazing. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are struggling. Just so I can tell people that do want to book a personal appointment with you, have I run the correct details on the bottom here for you, Sherry?
Yeah, you have.
I have. But, you know, as every member of Lengro believes, we don't just work as our job at a job where we have to charge for it. We also take time out of our lives to be here for you guys. So use and abuse, my dearest Sherry here, and put your questions in the comments section. You have got, I'm not joking, guys, the best person to ask advice for. She has so many techniques and skills that she uses indeed. And of course, I'm going to come back to do some more readings, to talk gemstones, and also to talk a bit of gossip as well. I feel like knowing what films to watch. What do you think, Sherry?
I agree.
Let's have a little look. I have got so many pictures up here right now, trying to find the right things to bring on. But I always say, you know what, Sherry, you talked about the language thing. We signed up for French and Spanish courses during the first lockdown. I don't think we even clicked on the first lesson. Let's have a look and see what the film reviews are from our gorgeous ladies. See you soon.
Hi, girl.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Good.
Yeah,
again. So, what have we been watching these past couple of weeks? Well, I have been watching Queen of the South. Now, I know Sam's watched it, and Em, you're going to watch it soon, aren't you?
I'm so going to watch it. Yes.
It is
because we do tend to like similar things.
We do.
So,
yeah, and
I'm going to take your recommendation and run with it.
I thought, first of all, when I saw a clip of it, I thought, oh, I don't think I'm going to like this very much, but it is one of the best series I've ever seen, and I was so upset when it was finished. But it's about a drug cartel boss called Teresa Mendoza, played by Alice Braga, Brazilian actress, and she starts off. She's got a boyfriend who's involved in the drug business. He gets killed, and the husband of her best friend gets killed as well. So the two women have to go on the run with her best friend, Brenda's son, called Tony, who's only young. They go on the run. Teresa gets captured. She gets tortured. She gets involved in the whole drug thing. They use her to distribute drugs and things like that. But she kind of listens and learns and puts up with it. And then one day she escapes and she starts up this whole drug empire on her own. But being a drug boss, she always has to look over her shoulder all the time. So for 4 series, I was on the edge of my seat on every single episode, I think. But it's fantastic, absolutely brilliant. So if anybody's looking for a really good series, it's on Netflix. Yeah, what were you going to say?
Could I ask you, Jack? Would it be one that I could watch with my husband? Is it one that kind of is more appealing to women, or is it one of those ones that could appeal to men and women?
Well, it's funny because my son was watching it with his girlfriend like a few weeks ago, and she really liked it, and he didn't really like it. But then they only watched 1 episode, so I don't know whether it's a boys' thing. I would have thought it was a boys' thing because it's to do with drugs and
because they're really shows,
violence.
Like I don't certain shows that I can really watch. Like I watch anything, I can just basically close my eyes and push a button on Netflix, and there's some element that might appeal to me. But when I'm watching something with my husband, it has to be quite specific. Otherwise, he just complains. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think he'll enjoy it. I think Jay will enjoy it.
Okay, we'll try it together. That'll be good.
Yeah. What have you been watching, Em?
And somebody just mentioned The Serpent. I was
doing that
actually
next week. Yes.
in England the other day, and she was like, Emma, you have got to watch Serpent. It's so good. Sadly, we can't get it out here in Australia, so I'm really, really sad. But maybe one of you two lovely ladies could watch it and review it fairly shortly, because it's meant to be very good.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to do it next week because I've already started watching it, and it's one of those things that I genuinely want to binge. But you know, life gets in the way, so you kind of can't. But yeah, so that's my next, or one of mine next week.
And is that on BBC One?
On your to-do list, your wish list.
It is. It's on my. I've got many things on my.
It sounds like right up my alley. It's about 70s serial killer or something, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it is about
yeah.
I don't want to give away too much, obviously, because I'm doing it next week. But it is based on a true story.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I mean, the whole cast is really, really good. Jenna Coleman is also in it, and there's a lot of English people actually acting in it, but you'd never know, because she's playing a French lady, and her French is, well, as far as I'm concerned, perfect. But I don't speak French, so maybe it's not. I wouldn't know. But it's really, really good. He's a serial killer that got away with it for years and years and years, and that's sort of how it starts off in the first episode, and then it looks back on his crimes and how he got away with it. So it is really good, but I'm only on episode 3. But I want to sit and watch all of it before I then go, yeah, you definitely got to watch it, just in case it's got a rubbish ending, you know?
Yeah, so you want to wait and see. Fair enough.
The first 3 episodes are fantastic.
What else have you been watching, Sam?
Well, I watched Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Vile and Evil. I've actually still got it typed out, so I say it properly this time. And I keep getting it mixed up. It's got Zac Efron in it and Lily Collins, and for me, Lily Collins just steals the show. She's absolutely fantastic in it. I was really surprised that Zac Efron was one of the producers, because, you know, we all know I like a perv, but you cannot tell that it is Zac Efron at all. He's got into the character, but it was the fact that women were still throwing themselves at him when he was on death row. And it's like, how did he charm everyone so much that they didn't care that he killed all these people? They still believed he was innocent. And, you know, he admitted it. He was like, yeah, I killed all these people. But there were still women that wanted to have his babies. So, don't get it.
And incredible, isn't it? I think that's a good documentary about him as well, actually, on Netflix.
Yeah, it is. It's on Netflix. It's on Prime. It's on Sky as well. But 100%, it is really, really informative without being over the top.
Yeah.
And,
it's a fascinating story. It's weird how people do fall in love with these serial killers, and they don't care if they've killed 1,000 girls, or not 1,000.
I mean, I've seen loads of stuff on Ted Bundy before. But I didn't know he fathered a child while he was on death row.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that until I watched the film. So I was just like, okay. But genuinely, the woman that is the child's mother still believes he's innocent. It's crazy. Even though he's admitted that he did all these things that he was found guilty of, people still believed he was innocent because he was that charming. They didn't believe that anyone that was good looking could be evil.
Could do those things, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. But what about you, Em? What have you been watching?
Well, funnily enough, Maria Evans. Yeah, she's saying Bridgerton's is a good watch.
Yeah.
And that was what I reviewed this week, Maria. Yes, I loved every minute of Bridgerton. And I've been lucky enough to have 2 weeks, because in Australia it's our summer holidays. So I've been lucky enough to have 2 weeks off. I go back to work next Tuesday. But so I had a little bit of free time, and I binge watched Bridgerton in 2 days. I loved every minute of it. It was just really, really lovely escapism. You know, if you want a little bit of corset heaving, romantic, scandalous drama, that's that's definitely one to watch. It's really, really good fun. And yeah, fantastic. Highly recommend. I agree with you, Maria.
So Claire, I wonder what Claire's been watching then this week.
Who knows?
Oh, that's my breakover then. Let's have what else have we got here? Have I got everybody on? I think I've got everybody on. I love your film. I like the way as well that Sherry has put on another layer, and like Em is like depeeling the layers for the different scenes.
It's freezing.
Oh dear, Katrina. Like, looking forward to watching the Pembrokeshire Murders at 9 o'clock.
Oh yes,
yes, I've got that series linked.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to come to Sherry first. Sherry, why do you think there's this obsession sometimes that, you know, we're talking about movies about serial killers and actually watching disaster things in a time when the world is going through such a horrible change? Why do we get obsessed with gore and things?
I think because that's what's fed to us and we're used to it, and maybe we've just got that, I don't know, that curious minds. I personally can't watch anything like that anymore. It gives me PTSD, but I have to watch happy stuff now, which really limits me.
Oh, I bet.
We do review happy stuff too, Sherry, don't worry. I did also do behind the scenes with Live at the Apollo. That was definitely happy.
Oh, have any of you done Emmy in Paris?
Yes. Just 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
I loved that.
You're going to have to like vote of the best film for me to watch this afternoon as well. It's -4, Margaret Charlton says in Dumfries as well. Do you know, I was very, very pleased to hear. I was watching Lorraine on Good Morning Britain the other day. And you know our wheel that comes in as we do our intro to the show? If you listen to the sound, same as Lorraine's when she does things. So we've got the same sort of jingle as Lorraine if you watch it next time as well. I'll have to send you a clip.
Obviously she copied us.
Obviously. Yeah, must be. Obviously. Em needs to get in her spa, says Leslie Anthony. Guys, we're going to bring up some questions.
I do.
Let's have some banners. I will have
very large glass of wine.
Okay, so we've asked you this, but we also wanted to know this. And we're going into something, for some reason, I seem to have some pictures I need to bring up. And so because I was late to the show today, I'm going to have to ask the girls why I've got these pictures up. Oh, no, it's her again. I wish she'd go away, honestly.
Do you know what? I'm doing well. She's 31. She's younger than me, but I'm doing all right. Just saying. Maybe it's the not having kids. Maybe it does pay off. I'm not sure.
Right. Now then, we have this picture. So I'm going to keep up for a moment because I don't want to cover the gorgeous Sam. So there they are. There is David Bowie and his gorgeous wife, Iman. Of course, the late David Bowie. Jack, take it away. What are we asking?
Yeah, so Iman has said recently that she will never get married again because David was her true love. She's saying she's happy with her own company. And she just will never get married again. So we just would like to know, have you got a twin flame? Do you believe in one soulmate for your whole life? Or do you think you can have lots of different soulmates? You know, that sort of thing. I mean, personally, I lost my husband, as you know, coming up to 5 years ago. And I believe he was my soulmate because we were so connected. We were best friends. We did everything together. But I think you can have different soulmates. I think you can have soulmate friends. You know, I feel my children are my soulmates. I can be completely, you know, who I am with them. So I think you can have lots of different soulmates. Well, what do you think?
Who are you asking?
I agree
All
with
of you. All of you.
I think there's very many different layers. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, go.
Go on, Em.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think there's very different layers of soulmates. And I agree with you. It's people that you feel really, really comfortable with, that you have similar views, that you can just be yourself. And, yeah, I think that there can be different situations in life where you can find different people who are your soulmates because everything is just easy when you're with those people. And yeah, I really do believe that there can be more than one in your life. And they're to be very, very appreciated. I know that the people that I value as my soulmates are so important to me, and especially at this time, get on Zoom and speak to your soulmates. Those people that that you trust with everything.
Yeah.
They can lift you at this very difficult time that you're all going through.
Indeed. Listen, what I want to know as an astrologer, and I don't know what the other ladies want to know, feel free to ask your questions, ladies, is I want to know what star sign you're with and if you think you're compatible. And I'm going to tell you if you are or not. One thing that I do think is that as far as having a twin flame is concerned, when people think they have a twin flame and that person turns out not to be, but that person has labeled them that, it can be very difficult and it can turn into an abusive relationship. So I think that you need to recognize that things can change. And I think that for all of you out there, you could have been in an amazing relationship that you called your twin flame before the pandemic. Things change, circumstances make a person. If you're with somebody who's abusive mentally or physically, and I know all the ladies here have helplines on every page of their page in the magazine, and I just think that you need to make sure that you're still keeping your standards. Can I just say, Leslie, my friend Jojo, who plays the Nine of Cups, she was obsessed with David Bowie, and my days on the seafront, 10 years working on Brighton seafront giving readings, we listened to a lot of David Bowie, and she said she was very affected when David Bowie died. Just taking your question for a moment about David Bowie. Now, he was a Gemini, which is the gypsy of the zodiac. I mean, what a typical Gemini. There were two sides to him, the dressing up, everything, ruled by Mercury, the planet of change.
Totally.
Of course, he'd want to be taken out to space if he could have. And I think that a man being a Leo, he saw a very strong woman that didn't need him. And I think a Gemini needs a woman that doesn't need them, and then they want them even more. So clearly matching up, I think, astrology aside, and I think actually it's all to do with his chart. I think, how could you replace David Bowie if you were a man? You couldn't do it, could you?
Yeah, there's a lovely message here from Maria Evans. And she says, my husband and I have been together since I was 15 and he was 18. We are still together and he is my rock and ultimate soulmate. We have been through so much together. We don't always see eye to eye, but our love will never differ. Oh, how lovely.
Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought you could say about being married to my mother for so long that if he had murdered her, he'd be out with good behaviour by now. Or if he'd have so I think that being best friends and lovers are really good things. Now, listen, Cherie, though, when you talk to your clients, how do you tell the difference between whether they really are in love with somebody or whether they're relying on somebody out of need?
It depends really if they exhibit codependent behaviours. Do they desperately need them? Is it a healthy relationship? Are boundaries being respected? It just depends on the partner, really. I'd have to get an insight into the client and find out more about them, their past, their patterns, and what's going on in the relationship. And obviously, I can't judge the partner because I don't know the partner. I can only go on what the client tells me. But they're the things I'd be looking for: respect of boundaries, the way they speak to each other, what the balance of giving and receiving is, things like that, really.
Oh, I wouldn't have got any brownie points if Richard and I had come to see you yesterday. After 2 days of recording that we wasted, you wouldn't like to know the way. I had to say to him, I'm sorry, Rich, but however I act today, if I act like a diva, I need to get this done. And I was not a good girlfriend yesterday at all. I have to ask you a question while people are commenting. Our lovely Mitch Jenkins says, love you all, ladies. Beautiful show as always. I think we have to agree at Lengro, there are not two more twin flames than Mitch and Johnny, are there?
Yeah.
No, they're
lovely.
They are an amazing couple. They have so much fun together. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. Let's have a look. A Gemini and a Taurian, the attraction is normally you put yourself with your same element or two further than you are. But two signs that are next to each other, it's very much about the attraction being the things that are different that can fit together. So how you come together. There will be differences, but do you know what I see with these two people here? What I see, Jenna, is the light is still shining. And I think that that's something, I don't think any relationship just can stay the same. I think it has to keep evolving. And that can be a problem for people in relationships as well. Who are all the lovely guests? Okay, so what we have, Karen, is we have our resident oil expert and also Chris Evans' future wife there. This is Sam. We have M in Oz at the end there, who we're not really talking to because it's 108 degrees.
Hello, Karen.
Yep.
You're all jealous of temperature.
We have Sherry.
It's gone down a little bit now. I think it's probably about like 18 now. It's
Good.
9 o'clock at night.
Keep it going down.
It's still 9 o'clock at night.
And of course, we have Sherry Angelique Rice, who is our top wellness expert, who also has her own practice as well, if you're struggling, guys. And we have our cover writer and Twin Flames author, Jack Tyler, who also has Beneath the Covers as well. Is there anything that you ladies can't do? I've got a question to ask you as well, because what we've also got up here, and I have no reason why, is this. Can anybody lay claim to a chicken?
Oh, that's my baby.
Okay. Where they are.
So shall I tell the story, Claire?
Well, Claire gave us a challenge, didn't she, Em? That's how it started.
I did.
She certainly did. She certainly did. She told us that we had to do something that we'd never done before. And I have this amazing chicken, one of which is one of those on the picture, called Goldie. And she keeps escaping from her lovely chicken enclosure, which is really very, very large. But every time I go outside, all I can hear is brook, 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 brook. And I go over and she pretty much literally jumps into my arms. She is the most beautiful chicken. But obviously with her being so free, I'm very, very worried that something, some harm may come to her. So I watched a YouTube video, and the other day, or yesterday, I clipped her wings. But ladies, update, something I haven't told you.
Go on.
It didn't work. She's still escaping.
Oh, no.
If you have another wing, we don't know.
I don't know. I followed the video to the letter, but for some reason, today I was sitting in the lounge room and my husband came in with a chicken under his arm and said, "Look who I found in the driveway." It didn't work, Emma.
Oh,
If there's a will, there's a way.
So,
could I please ask?
I don't know what to do with my little Goldie.
I think we need to have a weekly.
Sorry, sweet, I missed that.
That's right. I think we need to have a weekly Saturday morning update on the chicken in future. What is the chicken's name, please, Em?
Goldie.
Goldie. Okay, so signing off Goldie for today. Goldie's okay. We're going to clip her wings again. What are we going to do with Goldie?
I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with Goldie, because I was sure I followed the instructions to the letter and I was so proud of myself. But she's still getting out, so I'm not quite sure. But do you know what my sister-in-law sent me for Christmas?
Go
on.
A chicken nappy. A nappy for chicken.
So does that mean she's coming indoors?
So,
inside?
yeah.
Hi, Jay.
I won't run out far. I won't run and get it now. But after you've done some reading, whilst you're doing some readings, I'll run and get it and I'll show it to the viewers. It is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Let's do that, guys, as well. So, Em, I'm going to take you off. Jack, I'm going to take you off. Sherry, questions, please, guys, for Sherry. And also, I meant to say, Sherry, you are quite happy for people to write in letters and to answer them as well for Lengro magazine and on live. So, guys, if you've got a problem, what kind of problems are you looking for, Sherry? Anything goes?
Anything. What's bothering you? What are your issues? Is anyone annoying you? Have you got any habits you want to overcome? Any dilemmas? Send them in and I'll do a video update. I'll be answering them. Ask Sherry, my new advice column.
Oh, ask Sherry. I love that. Okay, and Sam, I'm going to let you go because I know that you need to go and text Chris Evans, but don't be too long because I need you back here, okay?
Okay, I'll try and be quick.
Thank you. Okay, so I've never heard of a chicken nappy. Well, you've never known Em. Open up your mind because Em knows things that will blow you away. Who would like a reading today, guys? I've got the astrological line up here, but I know that a lot of you are looking for some very personal guidance today. So comment your star sign. If you have a question, you can comment it to me as well. Or perhaps you just want me to turn a card. Oh, you know that feeling when you wish you put something else on for the day? Let's have a look. Let's get my cards out. Let's have it. Jenna Mellon has asked for a card. Jenna Mellon, there you go. Let's have a little look. Me, please, Claire. Keep commenting, guys. Em's got a question coming back for her, which is how old is Goldie? Goldie. It makes me think of, what is the actor that was in Fifth Element? Goldie? It was Goldie, wasn't it? Let's have a little look. Oh, there is a card that's calling out for me for you, and it is indeed the card of Temperance. Doing my school yesterday, and 2 days before that was wasted, I was talking a lot in my school about facts that belong on cards. And an interesting fact is that with the major arcana, which consists of 22 cards, each of those cards belongs to a herb. And the Temperance card, Jenna, belongs to Echinacea. And Echinacea, as you know, is an immune boosting herb that boosts our immune system, especially if taken in winter. Drawing this card would suggest that your immune system is down slightly, but because the card is dignified, it can be built up. What we see here with Temperance is opportunities with patience. It also tells us you'll get what you want, but it's going to be a slower road to get there. Impatience is your downfall, and trust in the men in your life. Let the men do the men roles if they want to, okay? But this card calls for a little extra patience indeed. Let's have a little look. Please do not forget to like, follow, and share. Sarah Mann, hello. You're definitely dressed up for our weather, but I know we all wish we were dressed up for M's, don't we? Do you know what's funny about us as a human race? We complain when it's too hot and we complain when it's too cold. I really, really don't understand that. Let's have a look. Okay, so Sarah Mann, don't forget, guys, whatever sign you are, we've just begun our journey of 7 planets beginning to move in February into Aquarius. That means huge, huge things. But we also need to look at what's happening today. And I will be giving you the planetary lineup as well, so that I don't miss any of you out. So I've drawn the Hermit card for you, Sarah Mann. It means that it's time to come out from your cave. The Hermit is somebody who, when dignified, knows what they're doing. They've had time away. They've had successful adventures. But when we draw the Hermit undignified, it can mean that you're cutting off friends, like you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. And I'm sure that Sherry will tell you all, guys, the connection with our friends is so important. She's taught me that so much recently. So, you know, don't think about who you should call for who's called you. Think about who you want to call as well, okay? Think about who you want to keep in contact with. Are you really stubborn, Sarah? I can't see what star sign you are. Jenna Mellon says about her reading, wow, amazing. I am impatient. Okay, so maybe we could put that question to Sherry. Jenna Mellon, you're impatient. I'm impatient. You ask the girls backstage. I do a million things at once. So much so, my family have created a board with things I have to do on each day, and I'm not allowed to do the other topics as well. Katrina, since the menopause, gotta tell you, Katrina, so I've got this gemstone shop, which is my dream to open with Leslie Anthony. I'm wearing some of the jewelry at the moment as well. We can do bespoke bracelets and all sorts. But we created, so sorry, these bags. I'll die quietly, I promise. We created them. They're good. Excuse me. And there's only a dribble of tea left. We created these menopause bags, guys, with the right gemstones in. And I swear to you that when I've been sleeping with them under my pillow, I am less sweaty at night. So I don't wake up like that dead body. But don't be afraid to explore gemstones, to explore crystals. And I'm sure that the Lengro ladies will have some excellent tips on the menopause. It's that Jekyll and Hyde time, isn't it? When we're going through what we now know are the 3 cycles of life. We go from sort of being born and being the child to being the mother or the father to being this sort of matriarch of the family. And it's not an easy journey, is it, guys? And it's really not easy when you've got contacts in that require you to wear some over-the-counter glasses to be able to see your messages. You're a Leo. Okay, so being a Leo, you're ruled by the sun, so you can be happy-natured but prone to depression. And I'm sure that Cherie will have some tips on that for you as well. So Katrina, I'm going to pick a card for you now. That's the kind of picture that Em would love. In fact, that could have been Em and me in our 20s, actually. But apart from the fact that Emma's coat was leopard skin, I do believe. We'll have to ask her later. The Four of Wands. Do you know why I love fours, Katrina? Fours in tarot cards and the pip cards, which are the minor arcana cards in the bit sort of bigger of the suits there. The pip cards will always tell us, linked with numerology, what stage we're at. So for you, I can tell you, Katrina, that you've had a really bad time in the past. There was instability, there was mistrust, things were broken down. You questioned yourself. So almost like someone's made you feel like you're crazy to make themselves feel okay. What we see now is you're rebuilding your life, but you're still hanging around some people who are enablers. Who is that, Katrina? Because the funny thing is, this card links to an Aries helping you, but a Leo not. So what Leo have you got in your life that is draining you? You are more than welcome. I feel like such an old woman today. And because they're over the counter, they're like not even proper lenses. Dear, I'm gonna have to like do something before I go on Derek's in case I let people think that I'm common or something. Night sweats are a killer. The joys of being a woman, and you're a Libra, so well balanced. Plantain goes with Librans as well, so it's a very, very good thing for you to eat there as well. Shall we pick somebody else and then bring my gang back on? They're not my gang, they're my family, and they're your family. We have decided, guys, and we were talking about this on one of our many text messages, arranging amazing issues for you. Not only do we hope that we've helped you in these lockdowns and these strange times, but you've kept us going. And I know that with the girls, when they have to kick their own backsides to go and write their copy, I think that doing it for you lifts them up. And so we want you to know that you support each and every one of us. And that's why we do what we do. We have got a Cancerian here. So I did explain that for all Cancerians at the moment, there's this big thing going on where you feel that everything's being thrown at you and you're not sticking up for yourself, Cancerians. If you're a Cancerian, tell me if you're feeling really vulnerable with those you trust the most at the moment. I'm really, really curious to find out. And then we're going to bring the ladies on and talk about twin flames. And I think there was something about Greece with Jack, and I don't know what it is. Maybe she's got a topless mechanic to bring in. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, the Queen of Swords. This is what happens when you wake me up just before live. The Queen of Swords, of course, relates to mentality. All swords relate to the summer. You're looking forward to the summer, Carla. Why are you looking forward to the summer? But you're lacking faith in something you used to be confident and dignified in. Carla, are you going back to a job that you used to do? Because I feel that you're going to go back either into a profession that you used to do. And if you're not, then I want you to say to me, absolutely impossible. I'd never go back into that, because that's a career I think you'll go back into. Stay with me on that one, because I've definitely got that. So let's have a little look. There we go. Yes, because your son passed away. Darling, I'm going to bring Cherie on for this one. Do you know what? When somebody passes, whether it's young or old, it hurts. But when somebody dies before you in your family, I can't imagine the pain. So I'm going to bring Cherie on now before I bring the other girls on, because that's what we're here for, guys. Cherie, my darling, there are some questions that you are better to deal with, and this is a really serious one. So I'm going to leave this one here. And I'm going to, while you, so obviously this is Carla, but I'm going to take down Carla's message, if that's okay, just because I want to display the messages of support from our followers out there.
Yeah, so Carla, big hugs. I mean, as we all know, losing someone is really hard, and it's especially tough if it's, you know, a child, and grief affects us all very differently. And it's okay to be heartbroken. And I don't think we ever truly get over grief. And I think Jackie will say this as well, but we just learn to live with it. And what really helps us, the living, is to have rituals. So maybe you could have a little ceremony that you do for your son every week. I know that I lost my gran less than 6 months ago, and she was like a second mother to me. And what helps me sometimes is to make her favourite meal, and I have her picture next to me at the table with a candle, and it really brings me hope. Or I listen to her favourite music, because even though they're not here in the 3D form anymore, your son is still around you. He's a light body now, and he's around you, and you can talk to him. If he comes to you in your dreams, see that's a message. But just feel him around you, celebrate him, remember all the things that he loved to do, talk to him whenever you want. It's really hard, we can't see them in the physical form and hug them, but know that they're never gone, they're always with us. And yeah, just listen to your heart, go into your heart. Maybe do that heart math breathing that I talk about. So if we just stick our hands over our heart, or you can put one hand here and one hand over your stomach, and just close your eyes and imagine all your energy just flowing into your heart. And you can do this whenever you need a few minutes to yourself. And then just breathing deeply for the count of 4. And then breathe out for the count of 4. And know that when you're breathing in, you're receiving from the universe. And when you're breathing out, you're letting go. And if you just keep doing that for a few minutes, you'll feel your body start to calm down, your nervous system start to calm down. And because you've taken yourself out of a bit of fight or flight or emotion, then your mind will be more open to thoughts, messages from your son, getting a different perspective. It'll just give yourself some clarity, really. But if you need to talk, or you're feeling rough, message me, message anyone in Lengro. We are all here for you. Big hugs.
Absolutely love that. Can I just say, Sam, I know that you're backstage. Could you have a look in our little shop, please, and think of a little combination of a package of the Claire Petcher Lengro oils that we can please send to Carla to help her. I think sometimes fresh smells, bring on various things as well. I'm going to bring on Jack next. I'm going to bring the girls back on one at a side, because I know that Jack will have something to say about this as well. Hold on a second. Let's have a look.
Hi, Carla. So sorry for your loss, but I don't know how long ago it was that you lost your son. But time is a great healer. I mean, you never forget, but in time you learn to cope. And at first, I think it's the first year is always the worst, because you've got the first birthday, the first Christmas, all the first things that they're not there for anymore. But as time goes on, like now, I feel my husband with me, I feel my dad with me. And I talk to them all the time, and I feel them there. So just give it time, and it will get better. The pain does sort of subside. So yeah, sending lots of love.
Yeah, absolutely love that. I'm just bringing up Carla's picture here, and just look at that dancing that's going there. So I can see that the reason that the losses also hurt you is because you're clearly a family who always focused on the positive, my darling. We're going to send you some oils. I'm going to bring Sam on now. I did want to ask, naturally, if there were any signs. When I've had loved ones pass, I always get signs. And something happened recently for me personally, and I had to photograph it and send it to the girls, because I suddenly looked down and there was a feather, wasn't there, Jack, on my jump, and I had to send a picture. So do look for signs. And you do say that you talk to him all the time. That's really important.
Yeah.
He opens the door and shuts it, so I know he is here. And when the time is right, I'm sure you'll connect with him. Let me bring on Sam now as well. Sam, what oils do you recommend that we have that we can send a lovely package to for Carla?
Well, the best one for grief, and I'm really sorry that you lost your son, Carla, even though I'll get my teeth in a minute. The best one is actually rose oil, but if you mix it with lemon's the second best. So any of our lemon oils will work 100% because they're obviously all uplifting ones.
I think what we can do is sorry.
I was going to say, as in signs and things, it could be anything. It could be a favourite flower suddenly pops up and you're not expecting it. It could be feathers are obviously a big ones for angels as well as spirit. There's many things. It'll be a song that suddenly pops up on the radio that makes you think about them. That when you're completely just doing something random, and it will suddenly come up, or you'll see a bird, or this. There are so many different signs, but it'll be something that is personal to you and him. It won't be just a random anything.
Yeah. Sam, could I ask you, because I know you know a lot about crystals. Recently, I had someone pass, and I went to the crystal shop, and they gave me a black crystal?
Yeah.
Which was the crystal? What would it be?
I can imagine it like be black tourmaline or obsidian.
That was
both,
it.
Both are really good for grounding. But when you've lost someone, I always say go for either rose quartz, because it's a good grounding one for yourself. And it brings the love back to yourself. The same as citrine does as well. But if you need a bit of courage, tiger's eye is always the best way to go. I love a bit of tiger.
I hope you don't mind me saying, Em, but obviously the very tender age that she lost her son, and this goes out to all of you guys. I know that you can associate that with that, Em, because you've lost a lot of good friends at young ages, at sort of in their 30s or 40s. So I know that you can connect with that, can't you?
Yeah, it's Carla, my heart completely goes out to you. But I think that Cherie's advice was absolutely fantastic. And also Jackie's, because she's speaking really, really from the heart, from experience as well. And oh goodness, if it was only a year ago, it must still be incredibly painful for you, especially as it was somebody younger, but everything will.
Yeah.
So
Can I just
the job started for no reason.
Okay, can I just say, we do loss and grief packs, but Carla, I'm going to put one in for you for free, okay, my darling? And put it under your pillow. And I think sometimes if you can focus on things that help you move forward, and also to find comfort in your son, rather than going over the sort of the last moments of his life, I think you've got to, it was 34 years, I think that you said, and so you've got to reconnect with those 34 years indeed. So we're going to light them.
And remember the positives, remember the wonderful times, and take joy that you spent together where it was wonderful.
Jack, could you read this one out for me? This is beautiful from Aisha.
Yep. One step, one day, one breath at a time, lovely. Time will make the veil between you thinner. You're on the road back to him too. May the angels gather close to you and heal you with their divine light. That's beautiful.
How beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, let me just bring up something I've got here so you can talk me through it and tell me exactly why I've got this here. Do you love the picture though?
Sam, do you want to tell us about grief?
Apparently, according to the Daily Mail, obviously there are other sources for this. It's not just the Daily Mail. But said that
I have read about it as well. Yeah.
It said that it's a bit rapey. I don't get it. I don't understand where that come in.
They said
racist. Also, I don't get where the racism is either.
Rapey, homophobic, and I can't say that word, but yes, because it was on at Boxing. It was put back on Boxing Day, wasn't it? They showed it again, and so there was loads of complaints about it.
People complain about everything.
The last one's to do with being popular, because Rizzo was a bit popular. That's a good way of using the other word that we're not allowed to say at this time of the morning.
Yes, yeah, and the fact that Sandy changed her whole image to get goodbye, didn't she? She was this nice, sweet little girl, and then she put on her PVC trousers and with her cigarette and all that sort of thing. So they're kind of saying it's sexist and all that sort of thing. But I think you have to remember this was.
But I think she empowered herself.
Yeah,
I think she just said, right, I'm going to do this, and she got empowered. That was always my take on it. Not that she was being, putting herself down for him. It was like she decided to empower herself and gave herself confidence.
I think she found her inner happiness,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, obviously, when you're a teenager, it is all about finding yourself. So she just was finding herself and making herself happy. That's what she did.
I think it was more of a journey rather than more of an empowerment rather than disempowerment, to be honest. But
and you've got to remember the whole thing was set in it's supposed to be the 50s. Things were different in the 50s. Ideas were different in the 50s. Attitudes and everything.
Yeah.
And she went from nice girl Sandy. Yeah, she went from nice girl Sandy to pleasing him, chasing after him, to sassy chick who's like, you're after me, mate. I think it's empowering.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I
Ladies,
think it's empowering too. Yeah, I agree.
ladies, there is so much to talk about, and we're not going to be leaving anybody alone. If any of you have had a message during the show from an Alex Richard, it's coming from another country, and he's trying to scam you. So please, I've just blocked him. Do not let messages in. We must be doing well on our show, girls, because we keep getting scammers inboxing our followers. But you will only hear from the Lengro team. Ladies, I don't know what I would do without you. I don't know what our followers would do without the Lengro team. I'm going to go page hop. After another cup of tea to the private members and to guest host Derek Akoras. Sherry, what is your day looking like now?
Chilled. I'm having a real chilled weekend.
Well, you could go from the bathroom to the kitchen just to be really racy at about like 1 o'clock.
Room hop.
What about you, Jack? Which room
Well,
are you
can I
going to?
just say, if anybody likes Marion Keys, I don't know whether you ladies like Marion, because I think she's
I do.
absolutely
Oh,
fabulous,
I
yeah.
do.
hilarious. She's actually, if you like writing, she's doing a free 4-week online writing course on Instagram Live, which starts on Monday at, I think it's 7:30. If you go to her Facebook page or her Instagram page, it's for free, and you can do this course. She teaches you how to write a novel. So I think that's amazing.
That's
Well, do you know what?
amazing.
I've been thinking there are so many things, if you search them up on Facebook, that I said to the girls, we might go and look at a Vincent van Gogh exhibition. I might go to the Louvre this weekend. There's virtual tours for everything. Just don't watch the news. Stick to things that lift you up. I wish we were. I could talk for absolutely hours. So, Sam, what are you doing with the rest of your afternoon?
Well, I need to go and watch The Serpent just so I can finish it for this week. And then I will be writing for our lovely readers because I'm going to do a series on ailments for the next few weeks.
Fantastic. Next week, I'm going to reveal what happens when you send in your work to me. It is now 10 o'clock at night in Oz, and I hope you wouldn't sweat in bed tonight because I'm going to be freezing later. What are you doing with your evening, Beauty?
The rest of my evening, I actually might pop back in the spa because it's still quite warm here. And I don't mean to rub it in because, believe me, viewers, when you guys are bathing in the beautiful English sunshine, I will be sitting here with blankets over me. So, you know, everything comes around and goes around. And just please, please stay safe, stay home, and know that everything, you know, will get better. And we're here for you. We're here to uplift you.
Indeed.
Good night.
Look, guys, you have Live with the Apollo, you have the leading ladies. There is so much to read, and at least we don't all look like this lady.
Not yet, anyway.
Amina, watching the show, absolutely amazing to see you. I've missed you so much. But for now, this is the Saturday morning show ending with the same jingle as Lorraine from Good Morning. Have a listen.